Wrestling it factor. Wayne B, I got this. Let's go. No cap, no gimmicks. It's a May show. Ringside pop when I drop that blow. Belt on my waist like chrome on chrome. Tell me what you think, feeling like RKO. Niggas like I'm Randy Orton on hard ass pavement, yo. No scripts, no gimmicks, just engagement. Street slam heat shit, that's poppin'. See that girl on fire? Kiera Hogan, slide kicking bitches like Hulk Hogan knows best. I'm top tier, no time to rest. Mic in hand, I'm built for press. Backstage fire, I walk with heat. Swerve through smoke like I know face to feet. No tap outs, just gold I collect. Trap ring queen, I'm next. I'm in the ring with the legends roam. Trap ring queen, this is my throne, bitches. Top rope jump, now your cover's blown. Mic drop hit like a grindstone. Wayne B lit it, now the crowd just flex. Bar for bar, I demand that check. No tapped out, I rise from Rex. Trap ring queen, I'm next.
Yes, welcome, wrestling fans, to Wrestling It Factor Radio. Your host, Wayne Benitez. How's it going, wrestling fans? And we have a very special guest. Yes, she's been all over the indie scene, also wrestling NXT stars and WWE wrestlers as well, and also work with Japan wrestling stars also. Give it up for Mia Friday, the best day of the week.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me on.
Yes, it's an honor for you to be on Wrestling It Factor Radio from your busy schedule.
Yes, I'm so happy I was able to make it on.
Yes. um, Tell me, were you a wrestling fan growing up?
Yes, absolutely. Since for as long as I can literally remember, it was one of those things where my grandpa grew up watching it, so my dad grew up watching it, so therefore I grew up watching it. And for as long as I can remember, I've always been watching it, and I just became around 7 or 8, like, a super fan. John Cena was my favorite, and I was just always just in awe watching him, and then whenever I was 10, that's when I decided, like, for real, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I'm gonna wrestle for the rest of my life. So I guess I've always known I guess for most of my life, like, I've always known since childhood that wrestling is what I wanna do.
Awesome. Yeah, John Cena was that guy, that thugonomics era.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, I when I was watching John Cena, it was during like how would I say this, like the Fruity Pebbles era. Like he was beefing with like Ryback at this time, I think. And like to me, that was like everything. Like that was the story for me. They did like a three stages of hell match or something. Looking back on it, it probably like wasn't as cool as I make it out to be. But back then, like I was so invested every single week seeing what was gonna happen.
Yes. Yes. He was the Hulk Hogan of that era also.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Also, which parent that got you more into pro wrestling?
I would definitely say my dad. My mom was more of the like, I don't know if you should be doing it, but we'll see. She's just worried about me. My dad has always just been the one that got me the WrestleMania tickets, got me tickets to NXT shows. So he was always the one doing that.
Yes. Shout out to Daddy Friday. Yes. Yes. Yeah, what was like being training to be a wrestler at 13, at a young age of 13?
It's something really just it's an experience not a lot of young women will have. And it's an experience that not many people will have at all in pro wrestling. It's very hard to even find a school that'll take you in at 13 years old. I feel like most schools, some have like a 16 and up, some even have an 18 and up, but 13 is something that's really hard to break into. But my school allowed it, and it was interesting because I was also the only girl to start there too. So it's just like the 13-year-old girl in the room full of like grown wrestler dudes. And but I was doing like the legit thing. Like I was doing all the drills, taking the bumps, running the ropes. It wasn't like a kids class I was doing or anything. It was a full on like let's get this work in. So I would just say overall it was a very like it was very difficult, but looking back at it, I'm so happy that I came up that way because it was just so much good knowledge for me. Like I didn't waste a second getting into wrestling. I have all this experience already at 20 years old because I just hopped right into it at 13.
Yes. I remember several guests in the past. Even now in AEW, I forgot her name off bat. You know, she's basically the basically assistant to Athena.
Oh,
So she was
Ability?
15. Yes. And you also have Rio also from Japan, and I remember she was 7 or 10 wrestling Kenny Omega in Japan, and that was I think that was amazing right there.
Yes, that's why girls like that are just such a huge inspiration to me because, like I said, there's not too many that did it. So the girls that have done it and have made it like them, those are just like, I'm always studying their matches. I'm always just following what they're doing because they're doing all the right things. And people like girls, especially like Billy Starks, I look up to her so much. And I just try to see what they did and how, like, there's these specific issues that come from starting at my age, and I've seen what they did to overcome it. So I definitely look up to girls like that.
Yes, and one also is Amber Rodriguez, and you worked with her a couple times, and I remember she
Yeah.
started at 15, and um, right here in Maryland, and she was amazing in the ring.
Yes, yes. Amber was so much fun to work with too. That was that man, that brings up memories. She was one of the first where like I had to have been like, I think I was 16 years old and I was just starting to like kind of get out on the indies and work more shows. And she was that girl that was like, we're gonna push you, we're gonna tell a good story, you're gonna do this, this, and this. And she was just so much fun to work with.
Yes. Also, what's your memories of your first ever match?
Man, it's so hard because like I guess I have such bad memory. I debuted in September 5th of 2020. So I was 14 years old. And man, the only things I can remember from my first match is just being so like so scared for no reason. I guess because I was freaking out and I really couldn't explain why. I just because I feel like it's whenever you wait your whole life for something to happen and it's literally like seconds away from happening, you just don't know how to process it. Like, oh my gosh, I legit there's nothing else that I want more in this world than to do exactly this. And I just remember being just overwhelmed with so many emotions whenever I went out. Cause I'm like, whenever I go out that curtain for the first time, this is the rest of my life. I'm gonna be doing this, as long as I can. And I just remember it being just a magical night. And just afterwards, I was very chill afterwards. I was just like, okay, you know what? Now we got me, like Mia Friday is born. Let's get on the road. Let's get grinding. I'm just excited.
Yes, and definitely with the pink hair, you stand out also, right? Yes.
Yes. I was doing the pink hair at first just as like a way of like standing out, like I want to do something different. I want to make a big impact. But then after a while, we would have to like put the pink hair in every single weekend and take it back out. And it was just getting to be too much. My glam squad, aka my mom, she was like, you know what? Let's just go natural with it. So now I kind of like, but it was kind of a hard decision to make at first because the pink hair was kind of on brand for Mia Friday at the time. It was a big thing to like show my natural hair, and I was really worried about it. But it ended up working out fine in the end. And so now I just do whatever, different hairstyles, different colors, things like that. But at first, the original pink afro, that's like original Mia Friday ball like knowledge right there.
Yes, we're not talking about Nicki Minaj Pink Friday, but the song kind of go with it though.
It does.
Yes, and kind of remind me of like a younger Bailey also. When she did her original entrance.
Yes, Bailey was such a huge inspiration for me. That's kind of the inspiration behind the tassels. Well, the tassels is kind of a combination of Bailey because she was one of my absolute faves growing up, and I even had the Bailey tassels. I like had it so during her entrance I would be doing it too. I had the Bailey tassels, and it's also just another with like combined with just like the Joshi style of like women's wrestling outfits, like watching Japanese women's wrestling, they have the best fits. And watching all of that, I got inspired to just go all out with tassels and bright colors, things like that, making it just real grand, making it a show.
Yes. And even other indie wrestlers aspire also one of my guests was Candy Can, and she definitely want to work with you one day because y'all have similar intros also. Candy Can from Memphis Wrestling.
That would be sweet. No, yes, I would love to do that. I'm ready to work anybody. I'm just like, I'm in that era right now where I just want to wrestle as many matches as possible against all of the girls, just get as much knowledge as possible. And I would love to do that. Yes.
Yeah, yes. And another one is also Shalonce also, and I think that would work even as a tag team right there, as a special team because y'all do music and everything, and I said, how about in Houston, like a team Beyonce and stuff. I can
That
see it
would
right
be
there.
so
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
yes, all of that. Yes, she is just so like she is such a character. And I would love to do anything with her. She's awesome.
yes. And because I was just thinking about the skits in the back before the ring, she was saying it. Yeah, I can I can be the Beyonce, and how about you be Ivory Pink instead of Ivory Blue, and I think that would work right there. Um, I think that would be up against the hills and everything. I think that would um, I think the promoter would have a a fun day off of that and promote it. You would think it's actually more like thousands of people actually in there.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yes, I said a special Beyonce match right there. I
Yes.
think that would work right there. Yes, and also what's your thoughts of working with Jada Stone? Also, um, that was definitely good work. Also.
Yes, I love working with Jada. Anytime I get to get in the ring with her, it is just like I love it so much. I want to say we've like got in the ring each other. We just did like a ladder match together like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We've done a singles match at Reality of Wrestling before. We did, a singles match for in North Carolina. But yeah, we've wrestled so many different times and different types of matches, and she is just such a talent. I love her so much, and it's just so awesome to see girls like her doing the amazing athletic stuff that she does, and she's just killing it. That's all I can say is that she's killing it.
Yes, she definitely is. Right in TNA, definitely having amazing matches with Tasha Steele and others. Yeah, yes. Also, what's your thoughts of working with previous guest to the show, Perez from WWE? Was like working with her.
Working with Roxanne was just the best, probably just like as in terms of just a great memory. Like when I think of like my favorite match, just like personally, just like what it meant to me, I think of that match at Reality of Wrestling, Roxanne Perez versus Mia Friday. We've teamed up before, we've wrestled so many times, like all the way back when I was like 15, she was wrestling me. So we just have a long history of her mentoring me, being there for me, just being someone that I can look up to the entire time I was growing up in the business. And I was just so confused about everything. I've always looked up to her. And that match was just like a culmination of just so many different emotions. And we both had these roads, but we finally like came back. And it was just, the match was just, it was magic. And I will always be grateful for that day.
Yes, definitely amazing. Also at reality wrestling. Also, you worked with NXT star Ren St. Clair. Also, um, another amazing match and a highlight.
Yes, I mean, I was so nervous heading into that match because this was like, but the whole like this past year, I've been kind of like having this weird phase where like I need to take a break from wrestling, but I wasn't taking a break. I mean, I had just started college, just moved to a new city. There were just so many things happening, and everyone kept telling me to just like take a break, put wrestling on pause, and I was like, no, no, I want to keep going. And so this match, personally, with Ren Sinclair, I was just so proud of because I felt that at that time, that was like the worst I've been in wrestling. But then like when we went out there and killed it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not as bad as I think I am. Like it was just a good like I remember going to that match with so many doubts about myself. And this is a huge match and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do what I do. And then just to go out there and kill it with her, that was just good motivation for me to keep going. Like even though I have these doubts about myself, I don't know if I can keep doing it. I can still go out there and kill it. So that match for me was just personally, it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, definitely amazing. And she also having the time of her life at NXT television, and I definitely see her in the main roster in the future. Yeah. Also, you work with Holly J. Also, what's it like working with her?
She is just so much fun to work with. She like I said, another, she's a character. She is just so funny. She's so much fun to be around. She just brings light everywhere that she goes. So she's another somebody that's just like let me keep on wrestling you because you are just it makes wrestling just what it makes she makes wrestling fun. Wrestling's supposed to be fun. Wrestling is meant to be entertaining. She does all those. She is an entertainer and she is just so good at what she does.
Yes. We see her with her manager Doug coming.
Yes, yes, and
Yes.
we love her. We love her so much.
Yes. And what was like working at reality wrestling and Booker T also conversating and also his whole promotion.
I mean, it's honestly still blows my mind that he would even want to work with me. I'm just so grateful to even be here. And I mean, that's my boss, that's the boss. So it's just so nice to be able to come in and get advice from him to kind of have like that mentorship in a way and for him to follow my progress and everything. It's all just I'm grateful for all of it.
Yes. He definitely worked with a lot of young people there, and and I love his production and everything what he brings to the table and everything, and even I like how he distanced his his character from reality wrestling to WWE television, even NXT to pump up a lot of um, put over new stars, and he just amazing right there.
Yes, I agree, I love it.
Yes. Also, what's your memories of working with Japan talent going to overseas?
That was I know I keep saying it so much, but, like, another experience that I'm just so grateful for. All this stuff I never imagined that I'd be doing, let alone end up training and wrestling in Japan, but it happened, and I was 17 years old, and I went to Ice Ribbon, I wanna say for maybe 4 or 5 weeks training, wrestling on their shows, and I just learned so much just just invaluable knowledge, like knowledge that you just can't get anywhere else. And also just building it just the fact that they took me in and they were just so nice to me and they didn't have to be so nice to me and they were just so helpful. And I was there was only one person who spoke English there and she was the one that helped me out through everything and it was just so awesome that they would just welcome me in with open arms and allow me to come train with them. There were so many fun experiences that I had there. There was in like the dojo, they cook food for you. And I got to eat probably like the best food I've ever had. I can't get it anywhere else. And it's just so many good memories there.
Yes, it's a lot of experience from a lot of people going there, even going to their dojo, and so many wrestlers come from that dojo, got a lot of experience and more you know more style of wrestling when they come back to the states, and it's just amazing.
I agree. Yes, it is amazing.
Yes. Also, what was like winning the Diamonds championship from Reality of Wrestling?
That was something that did not expect to happen. And this time I actually mean it. I did not expect it to happen. It really just came out of nowhere. And I wanna say that, like, I was ready to take it on, but I feel like I was never like, I feel like I could never be ready to hold something as big as that. It's like it's the top in my opinion, the top belt, the top women's championship in Texas. So that was just such an honor to be able to hold that. And it was a fun reign, and I got to have some really fun matches, and I got to co-main event Summer of Champions with Gigi Ray and Promise Braxton. So that was just I got to wrestle Roxanne while I had that belt too. So just lots of really great memories while holding that title.
Yes, definitely a very good prestige title, and definitely amazing. What about working with I would say like Brittany Brooks? That was she's another one also that's very good on the West Coast, and
Yes, Brittany is like that's like my bestie right there. Like she is just she's one of like my I guess for me it's kind of hard because I don't have like I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. Like, I just moved to Houston, so I just started training full time at Reality of Wrestling, and I haven't made like my Houston friends yet or like my wrestling friends. But as far as like friends in the business, I would definitely put Brittany up there as like one of my closest friends because she is just so much fun to be around. She's so much fun to work with. And yeah, she is like she's killing it right now. Everything that she does it's inspiring me to work harder and to just do what she's doing. She's my girl.
yes, and and she do look like a younger version of Debbie Gibson, the pop singer from the '80s. And um, I remember one fan asking her before. Um, I think when she was on the show was is her mother Debbie Gibson, and she bust out laughing. Yes. Mhm. Yeah, even though Debbie Gibson was at wrestling shows recently and for WWE television and NXT right there, I said, yeah, wow. Yes, I still say Brittany Brooks is the Debbie Gibson of pro wrestling, and yes,
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, I love her so much.
yes. Also, you work with Miranda Alizé also. She used to be on this show also. What was it like working with her also?
She's, someone that has so much wrestling knowledge, I just wanna absorb all of it. I went to go even before we had our singles match, I was training with her at her school in Houston, and shoot, she put us to work. Like, she has so much wrestling knowledge, and she wrestles a style that I want to get into. I call myself the Lucha Butterfly. She's the Lucha Baddie. So I just want to absorb as much information from her as I can. She has her amazing style. She has all of her wrestling knowledge, and I just want to absorb all of it. She's just wonderful. She's so talented.
Yes, yes, she is. Yes. Also, you definitely work with Queen Yuju, also another um, alumni to the show. She's also amazing. Also,
Yes, yes, I agree. And like to get to do that match at Mission Pro, that was awesome. Mission Pro Wrestling, rest in peace. We miss Mission Pro Wrestling so much. There's so many fun memories that happen there.
yes. And I even had ideas like since it's more Nigerian more wrestlers and in pro wrestling. I think Dirty should have a faction if they had her as the as the queen of the group right there, and with like Almas and others, or in with Apollo Crews. I think that's enough. I think that will go off real big also, and while they recruiting Obi Femi.
That would be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yes. I don't know the way that they be finding ways. You never know with storylines right there.
Yeah, that could
Paula
I
Vet.
mean,
Yes. Yes. Also, which you ever had thoughts of ever working with Triple A Mexico or CMLL?
I would absolutely love to. It's another dream of mine. I don't know how I could make it happen, but if that ever ended up happening one day, just be another thing that would just be another dream come true. I would absolutely love to. And just, go out there, wrestle everybody. Just, I would love to do it.
Yes. And those promotions, I still call them it's the WWE and the like the the TNA of Mexico. Those promotions right there, the way they be competing against one another.
Yep.
Yes. Also, do you have time to watch any of the main product of AEW or WWE on your free time, or or you just have more training or like other things?
It's definitely, like, rarely ever that I'm able to keep up with it. It's just, like, work, school, training, find time to eat, and then sleep. Like, I if I ever do get the chance, though, I try my best to, like, put it on the TV while I'm trying to do chores or something and try my best to keep up with it. I'm trying my best to keep up with it.
Yes. Yeah, so much content, way more than ever. I think it's surpassed the attitude era of content. So it's a lot out there, and even all over the indies and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it's always a good show.
I mean, I agree. This is a really great, like, for me, I'm happy that I'm doing wrestling in this era just because when I look back at all the other eras, it seemed like it was really harder to be an independent wrestler during those times. Like, I remember asking, who was I talking to? I was talking to Angel Blue at Mission Pro a few years ago because she's been wrestling for a long, long time. I was like, back in the day, like as an indie wrestler, how did you even like get like booked without the internet and stuff? And she was like, yeah, I would send in like a VHS tape, like send in tapes, like mail them to promoters and stuff like that. So it was just, I'm happy that I'm in this era just because I feel like I would be so lost wrestling in any other era. I don't know how they did it back then.
Yes. Yeah, it's just amazing everything. They remember a lot of wrestling stories. Even when I was like backstage at TNA, working as a on a marketing team for that 1 year, and amazing that the wrestlers told me their road stories, and even with like they being in the car and everything, and even like a lot of good stories. That's amazing.
Yes, that's why I would never like I wouldn't wanna rush the process, like, if I had to, go back and change anything about my journey, I wouldn't because it's those road stories, it's those memories you make on the road, like, those are an important part of your career too that you can't really skip over, so it's just, like, getting on the road and doing these indie shows and just enjoying wrestling and being yourself, these are, like, the times, like, these are the fun times.
Yes. Mm, yes, it is. And tell me, what was like working with the guys in the ring, also like Genesis. That's another one entertainment match right there, with him being the most hated person in the building.
That was such a fun match. We did it on National Women's Day, which made it just so perfect because the crowd, like, it was just so into it for that
Wow.
reason. And that was just, it's always fun working with guys just because I can really, especially lean into like that lucha style and just go out there and I can just first, I can be even more of me, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I feel working with Genesis, especially, I trained with him. I kind of like came up in the business with him. We already know each other's moves and stuff. And so at that point, we can just go out there and be comfortable and just have a great match. And I love like intergender wrestling. Anytime I can do any kind of intergender match, we always tear it up and it's always a fun time.
Yes. Um, definitely. And will you ever want to work with Joe Alonzo one day? He just remind me of a like a MJF type of guy.
Yes, yes, I would love to have a match with him. I think I literally like just shook his hand for the first time like a week or two ago. And so like he's down in Texas more, we could make it happen. So I'd love to do it.
Yes. And yeah, he's just so amazing to work with, and I'm seeing him. He's going to the major leagues of wrestling, and um, I see another MJF if they do pick him up, and that'll be amazing. And maybe Dominic will find him the next replacement for Judgment Day. So yes.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yes. Yes. Also, I know since you like the Japanese food, what's your favorite foods and here in the States?
Ooh. My favorite, like, meal of all time, don't hate on me for it, but it's a McDonald's homestyle burger, plain and dry, no cheese, no lettuce, like, nothing on it, just meat and bread, and then, of course, a medium fry and a mango pineapple smoothie. That's, like, my go-to. That sounds just talking about it, ooh, oh my gosh, I love a good freaking hamburger. I don't do cheese. I do not like the taste of cheese, but I could tear up a burger, fried rice, you all the foods, all the foods.
Yes. And I can see with the cheese, certain since it's dairy, so
Yeah, yes, I am
um,
lactose intolerant, but also at the same time, just the taste of it is kind of weird to me anyways.
yes. Yes, you got that gotta have that taste of that burger right there, right on the spot.
Yep.
Yes. Hey, mine's is more of a crab cake, with um with with stuff in a shell. I like that dish with I would say mm, Brussels sprouts. So that's my favorite right there.
Ooh, Brussels sprouts. Ooh, I don't know
Yes.
about Brussels sprouts.
I don't know, it's just the flavor of it, where the texture that they add to it. Because I'm not normally so they tried it once. I tried it at the restaurant with the stuffed crab, and it was amazing. And
Yeah, that's interesting. That's just that's what I'll say. It's interesting.
yes, yes, yeah, it must be the best spice and flavors to go with it. Yes, but with plain Brussels sprouts, nah, I pass.
Okay, okay, because I'm with that too. Plain Brussels sprouts, like, nah.
Yeah, yes. Also, what is like also what you thankful for in this wrestling business?
What am I thankful for? I guess it's
Yes.
just like a every I don't know if that's a dumb answer just to say everything. I'm thankful for everything that we talked about in this interview. It's just something that, like, just saying it out loud, it still doesn't feel real to me. Getting to have those matches, getting to win those titles, getting to go to Japan, is all things like that I'm just so grateful for. I'm grateful to even step into a wrestling ring. A lot of people think that, like, wrestling owes them this, owes them that. I'm grateful to even just step one foot into the ring. It's all I've ever wanted to do.
Yes. And and the kids definitely you you their biggest fan favorite of all time.
Yes, definitely. All the little girls that show up to the shows. One little girl even had like a full like Mia Friday costume and everything that she had made. So definitely like I'm touching hearts there. Yes, and I love it so much.
Yes. Any advice to younger wrestlers? One day they want to be in a wrestling business.
The usual advice that I would give them is to just remember your passion and to never give up, because I feel like wrestling, all that it is just the long game. As long as you don't give up, you're going to make it one way or another. So many people quit or don't see it all the way through because it's very hard. It's very easy to quit. But as long as you remember your passion and you just absolutely at what you know, you don't quit no matter what, you will make it and you will be successful.
Yes. Very strong words. Yes. Also, what else? Can you tell me about your mm, what type of music you do? You do more of rock music, more what's your hobby? Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not currently doing it right now because of college, but I was in a punk rock band. We were called the Gravettes. We used to be on Spotify and Apple Music, but not anymore. We took it down. But we used to be up on there too. We were doing the full thing. We were doing shows. We had our EP drop. It was really fun. And it's something that I want to get back into now that I live in Houston, trying to figure out how to assemble some kind of band in Houston, but I played drums and I'm getting into playing bass now. So even if I started a band up again, I could even be playing bass, maybe singing too, whatever it is. But I've always just loved being on stage and performing, whether it's wrestling or it's music in a band.
Yes, it's just amazing how both worlds come together with music and wrestling, and so many wrestlers have a lot of music background also, and even like the Joe Henrys of the world or the Elijahs, it's even the Hardy Boys. It's just amazing how um, wrestlers have a lot of music background, and they sometimes use this as for television or um, you would think all these wrestling promotions will put out, you know, wrestling albums e- like every year, every quarter. That's how good they are. Also,
Yes, yes, I agree. I love just the music in wrestling and the music artists in wrestling.
yes, awesome. Mhm. Also, would you like to plug any upcoming shows for the listeners out there, listeners and
Ooh.
viewers?
Well, this Saturday, you all can catch me at Reality of Wrestling. And yeah, and then we got a couple of big upcoming shows, but they haven't been announced yet, so I can't say yet. But you can catch me in Las Vegas for WrestleMania weekend. So stay tuned, pull up, and come see me. We got some out of state stuff too coming up too. So to all my fans out there in Iowa, to all my fans in Arizona, and in Indiana and in Canada. Stay tuned for some updates because we got some big announcements coming up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, um, you gotta check her out. Yes, she's the youngest in charge. Yes, Mia Friday. And she will give you the best time at your show at a wrestling show event. Yes. And Mia, it was an honor for you to be on Wrestling It Factor Radio. You can come back anytime to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. No, it was so much fun being on. I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And you have a enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
All right.
Wrestling it factor. Wayne B, I got this. Let's go. No cap, no gimmicks. This a May show. Ringside pop when I drop that blow. Belt on my waist like chrome on chrome. Tell me what you think, feeling like RKO. Niggas like I'm Randy Orton on hard ass pavement, yo. No scripts, no gimmicks, just engagement. Street slam heat shit, that's pop. See that girl on fire. Kiera Hogan, slide kicking bitches like Hulk Hogan knows best. I'm top tier, no time to rest. Mic in hand, I'm built for press. Backstage fire, I walk with heat. Swerve through smoke like I know face to feet. No tap outs, just gold I collect. Trap ring queen, I'm next. I'm in the ring where the legends roam. Trap ring queen, this is my throne, bitches. Top rope jump, now your covers blow.